It's your boy, WellsR here, coming at you with another raid run. This time, we're gonna do interchange. I'm adding my commentary post-raid, which I'm not sure how often I'm gonna do. There's pros and cons to each. I'm gonna see which one I like more, and we'll go with that. I'm just playing around because this channel's, brand new. And for this raid, I'm just trying to do the new operational task they just added, which is like a daily objective. So for this raid, I just need to survive a run on interchange. So no run through, full extract. So I went in with no backpack, so I can escape through hole and fence, and I can have just a quick raid here. So I decide I'll hit some stashes from this spawn. Now, I hate doing short raids because, honestly, it kind of makes you feel like a bitch, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do in Tarkov, because any little raid you escape with, just like the littlest things, it makes you feel like you're winning, because this is the only game that can do that type of stuff. I mean, you find literal garbage, and you get out with it, and you feel like, man, that was a successful raid. Unless you're like one of the top tier streamers at this game is not easy, so you should feel good doing just the basics. So, look for some more loot here. Like I said, trying to avoid a run-through, which a run-through is if you don't spend enough time in raid, you need to get a certain amount of XP by either looting enough looting enough stuff, getting in a certain amount of kills, and staying in raid for a certain amount of time. So I figure I'll go over here. I'm just not even gonna go in the wall. Just gonna check the outside stashes and leave. Which, I find it kind of funny because on interchange, I don't play a lot of interchange, but I know where most of the stashes on interchange are compared to some of the other maps that I play more often, which is like backwards. You think, oh, I play on customs a lot, I should know where a lot of the stashes are on customs, but I actually only know where like a handful of them are, which are like the most common paths I follow through that map. Where on interchange, I know almost kind of where like all the stashes are. Which the stashes, ever since the most recent big update that Battlestate Games released with this, the loot doesn't spawn in specific spots really anymore. So the stashes can be really lucrative. I like how random everything about this game is. You just never know what's gonna happen. So I pull up on the stash here. Like what I see. So I see a gazelle. It's a nice piece of armor right there. So I'm like, yeah, that will come in handy for later down the road. Definitely. So that's already a win on this raid. It's already, I can leave now and be content with this. Yeah, was there any action? No. But Tarkov isn't always about the action. Like I said, unless you're one of the top tier streamers, this game is not what you quite what you think it is. So right there, I think I heard a player. Lines up, I didn't, but my ears weren't entirely deceiving me, because I come up over this hill, And I see a scav. See, right there, doing some interesting stuff. So, getting shots off on him. Wound up not dropping him. Maybe I should have took the time to. Who knows? We'll find out at the end of the raid. So, this is another thing. I like to always keep one spot open up in my vest so I can advance my mags. But, you know, like I said, I'm going through hole and fence extract, which you can't bring a backpack with. And you fill up so fast on loot unless you have one of the real big chest rigs, which just not a lot of people run it, you know. People run them, but you could get a nice big chest rig and get out with a lot of stuff, but you know, early, especially like where I'm at in this wipe, you know, it's just not gonna happen. So you really gotta make your spaces count and your loot squares. So, but you know, I'm content with what I got in this raid, and I decide it's time to head to the exit. Nothing crazy, but still a successful raid. So this is hole and fence. Extract, it's open anytime with no backpack. So I get to the extraction, and turns out I'm going to be a little bit disappointed because that raid was a run through, which means you lose all of your stuff, all of your found and raid status on stuff, which means the raid was almost for nothing. I mean, you still keep your gear, but some of the quest items that you find is just no good. So we get ready to do a scav run here, and we'll see what happens from here on out. Scav run on factory coming up, and that'll be 2 raids for you. So you spawn in. Scav runs, as long as you get out, you always win. Because if you get out with something, you get out with something. So my scav has a nice AK and 40 grand in his pocket. So getting out, just leaving right now, would be a win. But, you know, it's not fun to just spawn into a raid and leave. It's always fun to look around and do a little bit of something at least. You know? I mean, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, but I always like to do a little bit of exploring. So here's some gunfire over there. Maybe we'll go see what it's about. And the meat grinder that factory is, you never know what's gonna happen. So you can see that's player scav dusted another scav. I do my best to stop scav on scav violence, because that's the type of man I am. So a whole lot of fire exchange. He hit me. I win that fight. We're not doing scav on scav violence like that. I always gotta respect your brother scav. So I hear another scav talk and I think, damn, I just need to go. I picked up a nice little AKS there, which will be handy to have with that armor I picked up in the last raid. And you know, this is just time to go. You know, that right there, that enough. It was short but sweet. That right there is a successful enough raid. Let's jump jump in, got 40 rubles, because it's all about, we're all about the rubles, baby. See that player run past there, and now I'm really like, yeah, time to go. But so, all about the rubles, baby. Spawn in, got 2 decent guns, 40 grand in the pocket. You know what? A 2-minute raid? 2 minute successful raid? You can't complain about that, because that is not an often thing in Tarkov. So, I hope you enjoyed the post commentary. Either way, you can let me know what you think in the comments. I'll probably do a little bit of both. And I will catch you in the next one.